Bridget Richardson here with Mac Studios, and we're at the Napa Conference in Napa, California, and I'm talking with Leah Jacobson with Guiding Star
Project.
So
Yes.
What is the project? Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, thanks for asking. Guiding Star Project is a nonprofit, a national 501c3 organization that really our core mission is to help every woman understand, embrace, and love her natural body. And we accomplish that through establishing women's healthcare centers across the country. So we have currently 7 centers in 6 states.
Oh, wow. How long has it been around?
You know, the initial vision for Guiding Star came out of my experience and my time in campus ministry at the University of Minnesota Duluth. And so it's been about 15 years in the making where this vision kind of got dropped on my heart, working with college-age women and really empowering them and teaching them what true bodily autonomy looks like, what true reproductive justice looks like for women. And that is just a radical embracing of the design of your female body.
Wow. And the time is now, right?
I know.
Now it's ripe for you kind of coming
Yes.
in and helping to inform that conversation. So
I feel like
what has your world been like in the last few months?
Well, it's been busy. This post-Dobbs era, it's been a tremendous time of opportunity. It's opening up spaces and interviews and the chance for us to just really challenge what is healthcare for women, what are women's rights in this day and age, in this modern time. We've learned so much, since 1973. We know so much about how women's bodies work that they just didn't know at that time. So laws that were made out of ignorance and laws that were made out of low expectations for corporations and educational institutions, we've come a long way. And it's time for us to really reset what the women's movement is trying to achieve, what feminism is trying to achieve, and really the delivery of healthcare for women. It just needs to change.
Your goal is women and what's best for women and their thriving, for their health, their beauty, their womanhood. So what's like a typical client, I guess, that you might have?
Yeah, our actual point of, we hope to engage with women for the first time at 9 years old.
Wow. Wow, that's great.
So little women.
Yeah.
We're aiming for the little women first, where we really want them to come and experience what we call the cycle show. And so we have a fertility education workshop that's 5 hours long. And the tagline of our show is, I can only protect what I value and respect. Wow. And it's that taking a girl through everything that her body is going to naturally do if it's healthy, and helping to destigmatize and to remove the shame, from your menstrual cycle, from ovulating, what's going to happen to their body, so that nothing is a surprise to them. And we remove them as potential prey for a women's health industry that's going to make them feel ashamed. They will have an understanding that in any circumstance, a pregnancy is a sign of health. It is not a sign of disease. And if your body achieves a pregnancy, something went tremendously right.
Wow, that's such an empowering message, especially, not just a 9-year-old, but like a 16-year-old or, like a woman in her early 20s who doesn't really know what to do with it. So.
I think that the days of being scared at a positive pregnancy test, I think those days, that's shameful. We shouldn't be so afraid. And if we're afraid, it means that our culture and our society is failing women as fertile beings, as mothers.
So when, that's still like an overwhelming reality that we deal with, is that fear. How do you encounter that woman who it just has that fear, whether pregnant or not? What type of, nurture do you give?
Our first encounter with a woman who is dealing with the news of a new pregnancy is always one of congratulations and joy. Circumstances and situations surrounding pregnancy aren't always the happiest, and they're not always something that makes a woman feel very proud of herself. But we always remind her that you're doing something that's amazing. Your body, it was made to do this. Trust your body. It's not broken. Your fertility is not broken. It's not your fault. So many women are they internalize a deep sense of shame. And that's the exact opposite of what any woman should feel in that situation. And so it's always, the first words are always congratulations, and then it's, if she's not happy, if she's not excited about it, then we just say, what are your circumstances that makes this so scary right now? Because we want to do everything we can to make this a really joyful time of your life.
And what about a woman who comes to the project, I guess, who's not pregnant, but still is like, oh my gosh, what's up with this body? Like,
and we're hoping actually, I mean, we're not aiming for just women in crisis at all, because I think it's a very poor time to establish a relationship with someone when they're terrified and not thinking clearly. We want to meet a woman before she's ever in a crisis situation. We want to meet her when she's just asking great questions about, like my body is doing these things. What does it mean? Like we want to have those really raw, real conversations about, hey, this is what a female body does.
How would you maybe encourage women to seek out these centers to either educate or just find a home for healthcare?
I mean, I think first of all, it's rejecting any lies that have been spoken into you about your identity as a woman, that somehow your success, that your happiness is going to be dependent upon you changing your natural body. If you have a fear-based way of controlling and of dealing with your body, to really see if you can start to accept yourself first, like really learn to love yourself and see yourself as I'm not broken. And then in order to find the support to do that, I mean, there are wonderful resources online. You can go to our website, guidingstarproject.com, and you can start to learn how to chart your fertility. You can seek out one of our centers and locations, but the resources are beginning to become plentiful for women.
Oh, what a beautiful, hopeful, empowering project. So thank you so much, Leah, for talking with me.
Thanks for having me, Bridget. This is wonderful.
Awesome, great. And thank you. Check out Leah's website. Check out Guiding Star. It sounds incredible. And thank you for watching.